Welcome back to another episode of Program That Part. So here is another DIY CNC motor mount or something like that. So once again, like the last one, we're using a stock size thickness, 3/8 of an inch thick, and that's what we're going to use for, we're not going to face anything off or anything, just use stock size thickness. So the setup here is exactly like we did last time. So stock size, everything's milled to size here, as you can see with this yellowish tint. So first we're going to go in and adaptive the corners and round these corners off, similar to what we did last time. So I'm going to select these corners here, highlighted in the blue. And if you don't remember how to do that from last time, this is how I did this. So you select it and it selects this whole outside contour. You want to select it one more time and hit open contour, and then the green plus sign, and that will allow you to select just this side right here, as I did for this corner, the middle part, and this corner as well. So we ended up with a toolpath, something like this. And we left about 5,000 stock to leave from this adaptive, and then came in with this contour and selected it the same way as we did the adaptive, and that cleaned everything up and made it look fairly nice. For this part, when we do this, it's hanging off the side of the vise. So the vise is sort of right in line over here, and this is hanging off the side so we can get the mill down without hitting the vise. So in this setup, we will flip this part clear around, and we'll basically copy out these two right here. So this part is flipped around, and we'll go over it again with these two same tool paths here. And that will get those rounded corners. And then we'll come in and adaptive everything out right here. So this is a 3D adaptive, and I selected this whole entire outside chain, and for some reason I have rest machining on. It doesn't need to be on just because it's already from stock setup. And on this we will leave 5 thousandths all the way around, radially and axially, optimal load of 35 thousandths of an inch, and that is with a 1/4 inch flat end mill running at 30 inches a minute, 6,000 RPM. And then we'll come in and do a 2D contour of this middle section here. So basically just select that, and same thing, 1/4 inch flat end mill, and everything is set up ready to go. And then we'll come in and do a nice horizontal tool path, and that will just clean everything up on these sides and this floor right here. So I just selected those two boundary positions, machining boundary, and that will just get everything in this area. Nothing really to this one. It's one of my favorite tool paths just because it leaves such a nice finish. And then I'm going to come in with an 1/8 inch end mill and clean up all this right here, these counter bores and these through holes right here. So with this 3D adaptive, I'm going to select these machining boundaries. So in machining boundaries, I just select this contour, and that will get everything in here. And be sure to select rest machining from previous operations, and that will automatically know that, oh, there's some stock left here that I got to mill out. So go ahead and get that. So that's what that means. But with this 1/8 inch end mill, I'm going 6,000 RPM at 25 inches a minute, leaving 5 thousandths of an inch all the way around, radially and axially, with a 50 thousandths optimal load, or width of cut. With that, I'll come back in with the 1/8 inch end mill and contour out these through holes here. And then I'll go ahead and drill these holes. First I'll spot them out. I will select the holes and select all 4 of these points. For the heights, I will select my bottom height as this top face right here, and then go negative 30 thousandths of an inch. And that would just make a nice spot for me so I can start the 4mm drill and drill all the way through those. And I will not be threading these ones as well. I'm just drilling them out, and the customer will be threading these himself. There's that part. Nothing really to it. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.